Burn live, burn live, burn live, burn live, burn live, burn live. It's going down, baby. Burning through ashes, trying to make common sense. Burn live, burn live, burn live. Burn through ashes, trying to make some common sense. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, today's episode is it's gonna be probably a part one, part two to this. I think it just hit my mind. I want to talk about it, but I really think that I am going to actually have to make notes and write down more of what I expect and then come to a part two before 2026 get here. I think that'd be smart. I think that's what I should do. I should sit up. Matter of fact, I probably should do it during a live. I'm gonna see how I feel and how this section go, this live goes, and think I should, like I said, make a list. I just want to just kind of vent out things that I'm looking for, things I kind of expect, things I don't expect to happen in 2020 and an up and coming year. Because yet again, there's a lot that's supposed to be happening. Things are happening. Things are finna happen. Um, I just got told about some things that's happening on what's going down on TikTok, which unfortunately, for some odd reason, I'm not allowed to bring TikTok up here and play it. It doesn't work right. I'm always have some technical difficulty. So they're kind of lucky right there because it's a lot of things going on. But yet again, please put in the comments thank you and hi. I will always post the hellos. If you talk about subject, then I will post that. Other than that, y'all know how people get when it comes to comments and stuff like that. Other than that, I just have to ask y'all 2026, what do y'all expect? Please put down in the comments. Let me know what y'all expect, how y'all think things are coming. And I will highlight it. We'll go over, we'll talk about it. I was just told that the African Americans, if you want to call it, or Democrats, or however y'all want to look at it, civil rights have been taken away. I've been looking this information up. I've been looking this information up all morning. Um, I personally have not seen too much of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've been looking hard. Um, if you feel like your rights are getting taken away, please come up here, let me know so we can discuss and talk about it. I appreciate it. Um, who you voted, when you vote, how you vote is really up to you. I respect the person that get out and vote. I have never been a person to sit up here and want to slander you because of who you vote or what you voted for. I don't think that's right, professional. I don't think that's at all, for one. Two, I'm really starting to see that when people claim that they don't want to put their feelings involved their feelings are involved. Y'all give me a quick second. I just want to go check something out real fast. So, get y'all to be right back. Sorry, I'm back, y'all. I just had to check some things out, make sure everything was set up, and I was actually broadcasting from everywhere because sometimes it doesn't really show that I be broadcasting from everywhere. But yet again, 2026, I got 6 people up in here. If y'all can let me know what are y'all expectation of what y'all looking for in the upcoming season, year. What are you wanting? What is our expectations? What do we expect? I'm curious. Very curious. Very, very curious. My expectation, is it high? No. Is it long? No. It's generally just the basics. We already started it pretty good. We got low gas prices. We like groceries to go down to. We like a lot more job affordabilities to happen too. These things I would definitely like to happen. I would definitely like to see them happen. Um, Yet again, it really looks like I am kicked off of Twitch. I was gonna say, look, I don't know, y'all. I'm just like I said, I'm new to this, trying to make sure everything is running right on these channels and stuff like that. So it's kind of throwing off my train of thought. But yet again, like I said, y'all, I'm just looking forward to 2026 and the effects. Like I was saying earlier, y'all, I was told about the civil rights movement that's getting taken away. Trump just signed an executive order to get our rights taken away. I've been looking, y'all. When I say I've been looking, I can't say I've been looking that hard. I ain't gonna lie to you. I haven't been looking that hard because if I really want to look it up for real, I can go to Gemini and see what's been said. Yet again, I'm just seeing who making reports about this because what I was told, like I'm not gonna be able to go to government buildings. I'm not gonna be able to drink water. I'm not gonna be able to vote. These things are, for one, alarming. Two, if it was going down like that, it would be videos. People would be protesting. Black Lives Matter. Jesse Jackson, Jesse Waters, George Reese. It would just be one too many people about that life explain to us what's going on. That's how it would go down. It would really go down like that. If you think I'm playing, hey, we got next year to figure it out and see. But I'm sorry if you feel that way. But yet again, somebody prove me wrong. And the only way you can prove me wrong is seeing stuff like the voting next year. We got the midterms next year, ladies and gentlemen. So I am definitely going to want to hear people that didn't vote or wasn't able to vote. I want to hear that. I want to see that. I want to know about that, because those are rights getting taken away. Shall colored people rights get taken away? No. I'm not gonna be able to go into those. Like I said, they said federal buildings that I'm not gonna be able to. So ask anybody, if you was of color and they told you you could not go in a public bathroom because you're colored, how far you think that's gonna go? Dude told me, you know who you're gonna meet on the other side? The police. Probably so. I wouldn't mind meeting the police. And I wouldn't mind going to court for this. What's going on? Yet again, y'all, I'm steady looking for this. This Trump is about to give white men's. I'm guessing, let me show y'all. I'm just only looking for people that made reports. I can always Google. We can always do that and see. Matter of fact, let's go to the basics. Let's just go to the basics. I did. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I don't have no problem being wrong. I just want people to know that I have no problems of being wrong. Hi, Gemini.
Hello. How can I help you today?
I would like for you to tell me about the civil rights movement that is taken away from African Americans in the United States of America, please.
The civil rights movement was a pivotal time in U.S. history, focused on achieving equal rights and fair treatment for African Americans. Key goals included ending segregation, ensuring voting rights, and eliminating discrimination in various areas of public and private life. It involved many nonviolent protests, marches, and landmark court cases. Is there a specific aspect you're interested in?
I want to know, is the civil rights getting taken away in 2026?
There have been some recent developments that civil rights advocates are concerned about, particularly regarding the rolling back of some disparate protections. These protections have been key in addressing systemic discrimination in areas like housing, employment, and education. Are you interested in learning more about these specific actions?
Are there a specific law that discriminates against Black folks?
While explicit discriminatory laws like Jim Crow have been repealed, there are still ongoing concerns about systemic inequalities that disproportionately affect Black people. This can include issues like voter suppression laws, which some argue create barriers, and disparities in the criminal justice system. Is there a particular area you'd like to know more about?
Can you give me a yes or no answers only? Are there any laws put in place to discriminate against African Americans?
It's not a simple yes or no. There are laws
Stop.
that can have discriminatory
Gemini,
effects,
stop.
even if not.
Gemini, stop. Only in yes or no answers. Are there any laws to discriminate against Black people in America?
No.
I heard this argument earlier. Still got respect for the lady. Still got respect for everybody on that panel. I did not want to do that to them because I knew the outcome. Or what specific law we're talking about is going to discriminate against me that I can't go outside and deal with on an everyday basis. It's like telling a Black person that works for the feds, you might as well hang up your job. You're working for the white supremacists. How does that sound? This is, like I said, 2027, 2028, y'all. What do we expect? Sorry for the attitude. But yet again, somebody's gonna sit up there and put in the comments. Somebody's gonna watch this video and be like, "Oh my God, I can't believe what he just did," and he don't get it. If I don't get it, here's an opportunity for you to come up here, put in the comments. I will bring you up here. We can have a discussion. Explain to me what I don't get. Because when I go on Talk of the Tick and I talk to these ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, squirrel, nuts and butts, and I don't give a. They point at the boogeyman. And yes, next year, 2026, that is one of my things to do is expose the boogeyman and expose the monsters. We need to find, I need the people to understand the difference. People, when they leave my show and leave my show from next year, they're going to understand the difference between a boogeyman and a monster. Boogeyman, point at something that you doesn't have a name, doesn't have a place, and is not a real thing. A boogeyman. Something that used to hide up under our beds and closets that we used to call our parents in. When you say a system, like the computer said, it's kind of funny. It's a system. Some system that you can't point legislated law directly to. A boogeyman. A monster is pointing to a person, place, of thing that actually you can say that, like, yeah, that's it, that's him, that's who did it. That's where it went down. I'm real confused and what am I supposed to look at? Because yet again, no offense, but my older age people, y'all talk in riddles. Y'all talk about the 60s, the 40s, the 30s. It's 2026. Y'all will admit that the crime is high and obnoxious. You will admit that the crime is dangerous. But yet again, you point at a boogeyman and say that, hey, this is wrong. Or y'all point at Trump and call him the monster. Now, if you're calling Trump the monster, okay, I get you. Now you're getting somewhere. You're actually learning to point at a person, say, this is the problem that we need to fix. He is the problem. We need to fix it. Pointing at Trump is pointing at a monster. You may agree, you may disagree. I get it. But at least you're pointing the finger at somebody and say, no, the systemic racism is still there. That's the boogeyman. 2026, I don't want to see no more boogeyman. I'm tired, and I'm going to point it out when you're pointing at a boogeyman and not pointing at the monster. And like I said, not pointing at the problem. I got some people coming around who's not used to me. You're going to get used to me. I'm not going nowhere. I'm going to talk nice. I'm going to talk civil. I might have to get a little Charleston White sometimes when it comes to describing a situation and people want to play make-believe. Y'all don't want to hear this. Yet again, civil rights movement has been taken away from Black folks. I'm looking for the outrage. Just like I seen one group with outrage. But yet again, I'm on here looking right now as we speak. I'm looking, and I'm looking. I'm looking for the more outrage. I'm looking for Black Lives Matter. I mean, what's his name on NBC? Come on, man, stop playing. We know that these people would be out here protesting loud and getting their issues off.
I would go there at lunchtime. I could go through 9 holes and I have to come back to work. But that's just real quick, man. Okay, we're gonna talk 18. For 18, what's your score?
Oh, they talking golf. Remember, our rights are getting taken away. We should be scared. I should be looking outside, worrying about the police coming to get me. Not worrying about the fraud that's happening up there in Minnesota. Not worrying about the illegal immigrants that are capitalizing on our federal dollars. No, shouldn't be worried about that. 2026, we shouldn't be worried about that. 2026, we shouldn't be worried about cleaner, healthier food eating. Nah, let's make people still get fat, obese, make them big and plump. Nah, we shouldn't. 2026, we shouldn't be worried about making a stronger military system. Nah, should be worried about people getting butt reductions and BBLs and LBCs and Snoop Dogs, LBC and a 1, 2, 3. That's what I'm calling it. I'm sorry if you don't like it. What is that Netflix movie that I like? I try to think about it. The last time I tried to bring up this example, and this time I'm going to take my time and look it up. Because I'm on the 3rd season. I need to start the 3rd season my damn self anyway. My computer would act funny. Give me a second. My computer wants to run slow because yet again, I want to know this answer. What is that damn show called? Close to it. Oh, it's not a top 10. It's not a top 10. It's the Netflix. Well, it actually is in another country original. And it came over here. Netflix. TV drama. What is the name of that show? People that had a little Gabe or something. It's a game. Squid Game. Squid Game. Squid Game. There it is. Squid Game. So glad I didn't lose my train of thought. But Squid Games is more what I'm talking about. If you remember the beginning of the second season, the first episode, where the guy goes around the park. He has a ticket. He has a sandwich. Now, ladies and gentlemen, a long time ago, in the beginning, in the 60s, 40s, 20s, back then, black folks didn't have the choice to get a lottery ticket or the sandwich. They probably didn't get neither. That was wrong. It was sad. It was not a good time back then. See how we can admit stuff like that? But then what they would tell you is that they still had a good time. We saying marriages in the black community it seems like I'm always talking about black people on here. I know. I just be want to talk about anything, but I'm sorry. What am I looking for in 2026? This right here, both sides gotta stop. There's fighting amongst family, and people want to point to the money. Everybody want to point to the money. Everybody like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I get it. Life is a business. You know what I'm saying? We're away from the era of building America up. America is built up. You know what I'm saying? Now you're in the era of where it's self-wealth. Self-attribute, self. It's a lot of abuse when it comes to the self because a lot of people get overlooked. A lot of people don't get worked on. There's no community. This is self bring up time. A lot of people are talking about when they was with their family, how it was when the family didn't tell us the full truth about everything, and we were bamboozled on certain stories and laws and things that was going on. So this is why we got what we got going on. I just want people to see, like, you is you, do you, nothing wrong with doing you. Your vote does count. Let's stop pointing at the boogeyman. Let's help whatever it takes to make America become successful, great again, build our dollar up. Let's worry about our country the way other countries worry about their countries. Can we stop burning our flags, our own flags over here? And not to be strict, not to be mean, but yes, call people out that says bullshit. there are videos going viral of people picking their home country. People are calling us so down. You think we want to be over here in America? We only over here in America take our money back to our home country. People like that, unfortunately, need to be reevaluated. I'm not saying they're a bad person. I'm not saying they're a bad guy. Reevaluate it. Are you really for American, or do you really want to go back to your home country? Because other than that, it sounds like you need to be shipped to your home country. I would like these people at the Talk of the Tick to come on over here to this show and try to talk the way they talk on TikTok, the way they and then when they want to mute you, and then they want to do all that stuff. Come on over here to a freedom of speech location where, yes, we can go back and forth, where you have to listen to me finally, because, bro, they do not let you talk. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna lie to you. I treat the conversation like how they treat Muwa. How you treat me? I'm gonna treat the conversation. You wanna downplay, you wanna, because people always like, you're not gonna downplay me, you're not gonna call me. Cool. But I am gonna ask questions. What's wrong with, and then that's what's wrong with you liberals, you Democrats, you independents over there. When a person come along and ask questions, y'all want to scald him. Y'all want to put him down like he's less of a person. Not maybe understanding that he wants to make sure that he understands fully from his point of view of where you're coming from. What's wrong with that? I think that's the best way to go, is for me to actually come out and say, hey, right there, when you said that, what do you mean by that? What? And then they don't like, what is your definition of a word? Everybody can say definitions done took on different meanings now. Right? Right. Okay, cool. Words have taken on different meanings now. So why, when I ask for the definition of the word to make sure that I understand it like you understand it, it's a problem? I'm not even gonna call this going down a rabbit hole or speaking like it's some conspiracy theory, because I'm not, yet again, I'm not saying these people were wrong at all. And then speculations. I'm so tired of speculations. I just speculate that you already think that I'm calling you wrong, or I say, people always yell at me to listen, capiche, listen, capiche, listen. I listen. Open up the ears. I mute myself so I can listen. So you get frustrated when I ask a question that relates to something that you have already explained, but may not explain it clearly. And I think everybody should have the opportunity to ask questions, because yet again, you would speak, you would give your long speech, and then you would ask questions on your phone. I mean, you would ask for any questions from the audience or any on the panel or anybody out there, ask any questions. So a person, might jot down some notes like, hey, you said this, what do you mean? And then, yes, I always have a question with a follow-up question. You almost guarantee, unless I know that my follow-up question is triggering, I know you're not going to answer it, I'm not going to ask you a follow-up question. But I learned this in this business to always guarantee yourself with a follow-up question. You may already have your follow-up question. Follow-up question may present itself in the spur of the moment. This is the Burn Live podcast. I'm just trying to burn through some conversation. I'm trying to ash out some common sense. Is that hard to do? Is that really difficult to make sense of? I never said I was the smartest person. Never said that, never would claim that. I just want to know. I want to know. I just want to know. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I'm not going to get into one of those talks and sings, No. It's just, what I'm looking for in 2027? We already had some of the worst times. We all don't want no more mass shooting. I wish mass shooting to stop. Let's keep it real. I pray for no new wars. No new wars. 2026. What I want to see are Black people actually going for these positions of legislation, of power. Go for them. And when you don't get it, then you can complain about some racism and see they won't let us in. But then we got proof and documents of why they didn't let you on. It's 2027, y'all. Come on now. It's 2027, 2028, 2029. Stop playing. Every Black person that has a problem with the boogeyman, that has a problem with the system, that has a problem with what's going on out there, I need you to go out there and put your name in the hat. Go for governor, mayor, district, something. Go for something. So when you don't get what you're looking for, then we can actually say, yes, okay, cool. Now we're dealing with, they're not letting us in. Okay? They're not doing it. You cool? You got me. You got me. What can I say? I ask her that because you had to give. Only since the pandemic, since it seems like this has been wrapped up to the fullest. Now, are there people out there that hate Black people? And I said hate Black people? Yes, probably there is. If there's a person that's claiming that he's a white nationalist, there probably are. Are they in the Republican Party? They probably are. Are they in the Democratic Party? They probably are. I really kind of want to ask this question. Not knowing nobody personally, but if you know for everybody that's racist, what they need to be locked up? Do they need to be locked up? Okay, anybody answer that question? Just say it. Are those hard questions to be answered? Asking? Hold on. Those hard questions to be asking. A good friend who I met beginning of this year was like, dog, you know what I'm saying? He loved going to my lives. Because my lives used to be, like, we used to talk, but we were talking. Conversation. Actually trying to build differences in the same group. But you know what? It was fun. It was cool. But then, I don't know. It was just like nobody, for one, on TikTok, y'all, just over there on TikTok, you got to watch your language. You can't speak freely. You can't say what you mean. You have to guess and know. I ain't got time for this. I ain't got time for this. You see new buildings going up every day. In your area, in your town, in your city, do you see new buildings growing every day? Somebody's going to a construction site, working on a building. If you see that, that should let you know white folks ain't worried about black folks. Like, rich people aren't worried about poor people. Let me put it like that. We're not. They're not. They worried about chasing the bag. They hoping that you're lazy enough to not want to chase the bag as much as they want to chase the bag. Now, if that makes sense, that makes sense. If that don't make sense, then what are we looking at? What are we looking at? You think that guy out there that's starting businesses, that's connecting with people, that's connecting with people, is really up here? Got to worry about? Seriously. I would love to want to worry about what you're doing, but I got to make sure that I don't get audited. I got to make sure that these insurance, these numbers are right. I got to make sure that I'm even making a profit so I can keep this business open. Some people don't worry about that. They don't care about that. Like, that's none of their interest, because why? It doesn't benefit their pockets. When it doesn't benefit your pockets, you don't care. You don't. When last time you cared about something that didn't benefit you? Be honest. Don't play no reindeer games. You know what you just said. He right. I don't be caring. Because you don't. I can tell you about a law, a real law that's going down. I can show y'all the proof right now. I don't care. You know, there's nothing busy me. I can show you footage of good cops doing good things. I can show you cops doing bad things. But yet again, y'all still somehow want to defund the police. You want to take guns out of our hands so we can't protect ourselves. I do have breaking news, though. But that breeding been watching it deeply as much as I've been covering it as much as possible. Here's an update.
Welcome back to Take Up. For days we knew nothing, and now we are learning much more about the 48-year-old man identified as the perpetrator of both a mass shooting at of an MIT, found dead by last night in a studio. Rhode Island wrote credit to a tipster who posted information on Facebook. What is the latest?
Yeah, well, Major, we're learning about this investigation and what's being characterized best by the police force itself. This is something that they call textbook police. An autopsy report from the New Hampshire Attorney General that says that the suspect, Claudio Manuel Neves Valente, died on Tuesday, December 16th. That was the same day that MIT professor was in clear timeline of events that date back to December 16th, when authorities were typically say blue Florida plates, possibly a rental. Now, the Post went on to read the person who the car belonged to was acting odd. So that Redditor ended up writing down the license plate and getting the make and model of the car. It was another Redditor that commented below that initial post saying you need to actually found the car itself to talk to. So that's when they released that image. That person who posted that initial post. And so he was brought in for questioning shortly thereafter. And he really busted open the case according to the Attorney General of Rhode Island. He really busted the case open, gave them all of that information, 14 separate instances dating all the way back to December 1st, where they had seen that car in or around campus. And so I went to the police today and I asked the police chief here, Police Chief Perez, if that indicated to him that this suspect had been planning this attack for some time, and he agreed. He said that it was awfully suspicious for it all the way to New Hampshire. That's when they came across the suspect, set everything into motion.
And a vital detail you just shared with us, Tom, December 16th, the date of that suicide. That is very important new information. And Reddit, artificial intelligence, regular detective work, all coming together. And now we know so much more.